There is always something to talk about when it comes to pop culture, especially when our friends from Coast 93.1 are here. Blake Hayes and Kelly Towle from The Blake Show are back in the 207 studio to talk about new movies, TV shows, and more. Thanks for coming back.
Of course. Thanks for putting up with us.
Obviously.
We're sort of taking it week by week on that.
Yeah.
Let's begin with a new documentary that I know you are both really, really impressed by. It's part of a series called American Manhunt, and this latest episode, or the latest installment, is on the hunt for Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
Why have you guys found this so riveting?
Well, I don't know if it's the first time, but it's the first time I had actually seen the guy interviewed who killed bin Laden. I mean, like the guy and just imagine that. I mean, like, yes, it's his job, it was their mission, but imagine that's the rest of your life. You're that guy. I mean, not to make light of it, but like when you play like Two Truths and a Lie or something, it's like no one would believe that's really you.
Right.
You know?
I'll be the first person to say that the military is something that's completely foreign to me, and to get a glimpse into their world, and it's just so impressive what they do for our country and the sacrifice that they make, and it's just, this documentary is just incredible, and I felt like I was white knuckling through it the entire time, and I felt this sense of pride, and it's just it's an incredible thing that they did for our country, and seeing his story, and just it brings you back to that time.
Well, and like the fact that we know how it ends, and yet it still grips you minute to minute. I found it fascinating. Up till Obama, I think he was at like the Washington Correspondents' Dinner while the mission was happening, or something. He was doing something, and he had to play it cool. And then he goes on television to announce it.
And you're not the only ones who have this opinion 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really impressive.
Yeah.
On to another streaming series.
We have The Four Seasons, which is one that you've really enjoyed.
Yeah. I every couple days I'm like, Kelly, you gotta watch this. Kelly, you gotta watch this. It's Tina Fey. I think it's her project, I want to say, and Steve Carell is in it, and some other faces that you'd recognize. It's on Netflix. It's a series, but it's based on a movie from Alan Alda that was years and years and years ago.
Old enough to remember when that movie came out.
Well, have you seen this, Rob?
No.
Okay,
the movie was not all that great. It was, so-so.
The show, well, I haven't watched the movie, so between the two of us, we could...
I've heard amazing things about it.
We could make a total review, but Alan Alda, who did the original, makes a cameo in the show, and it's just about these friends, and you see how their lives change from season to season, and then there's a divorce, and it's messy, and there's this new girl that nobody likes, and she's younger, and it's...
We've heard the story before.
It's really good. I say...
The new model comes in. It's sort of like Bill Belichick in Florida.
Slightly smaller age difference, just by 20 years or so. Yeah.
Well, let's move on to music. And we have a Maine singer who is really riding high right now. Yeah. He's from Cape Elizabeth, grew up there. His name is Role Model. He gets played on the coast.
Yes.
This guy is, I mean, like, things are cooking for him right now.
Yeah.
And we had kind of started to hear about it, and we're like, are you guys playing Role Model? And we were like, are we playing who?
Right.
And they said he's from Cape Elizabeth, and then we're like, oh, tell us more. And then he was on Fallon. And he's opening for Gracie Abrams on her tour, which will come through New England this summer. Yep. And he's going to be in a movie or something, too.
Yeah, a new Netflix movie that's coming out that stars Natalie Portman, Mark Ruffalo, directed by Lena Dunham. I mean, these are huge names.
Yeah.
And it's just, what a story. Like, a kid from Cape Elizabeth. And
a kid, by the way, whose real name is Tucker Harrington Pillsbury.
Right, of course. Of course.
And from what I've read, he has like an everyday family, but with that name, it's very Cape.
And interesting fact, Gracie Abrams' mom grew up in Brewer, graduated from Brewer High School. So we got a nice Maine two-for connection when they're playing in Boston at TD Garden in July. I mean, it's not at the Orpheum or the Wang or something like that, at the Garden.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
And I think it's sold out, too. I mean, so it's a cool New England pride story. Yeah.
Very cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Gonna leave it there. Blake, Kelly, thank you so much. We'll see you again in a few weeks. Stick around. Back with more of 207 right after this.